the pyramid we have to build to become a digital nomad. This is the pyramid of the steps that we have to take, the things that we have to do if we want to become a digital nomad. As you can see at the top of the pyramid, the final structure is the goal. It doesn't need to be palm trees and laptop working on a beach for everyone. This is just a notation, a way to represent the end goal. We're going to go through this pyramid, and we will also be making videos specifically for each thing that we have to build to add to the structure, to make our pyramid. First of all, and today we're just going to review the general overview of the pyramid. This is going to be like a roadmap, you know. Instead of a timeline where people try to put time on it, I rather use this kind of method to see to make progress, because I think it's easier this way and less pressure, less stress. You know, like you do it, you'll get there. You'll get there. Depending on if you've completed it, you'll get there faster. So the main thing, the main structure, the big one that's going to hold everything together is reliable sources of income. So my plan right now, I am applying to a normal job. I'm applying to a normal job, but that's just going to be at the beginning. So I will have income coming in while I am implementing my independent sources of income. I currently do have online sources of income directed for the digital nomad lifestyle, but they are not, I cannot depend on them. They are small for the moment, small incomes. So I'm gonna work a normal job. I know it's gonna be hard to manage my time, but it's not gonna be that bad. If I'm really good at time management, I could still have a balanced life and be very productive. I really think it's possible. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be stressful, but it's going to be temporary. There are other solutions. If you have the option to move in with your parents, or if you don't have many costs, you could avoid that step of needing a normal job just to supplement your income while you're building your online sources of income. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm applying for a normal job, and at the same time I'm working on my other endeavors towards reaching a digital nomad. So that is the main building block. Once once that is built, once we have like reliable sources of income that we can rely on and consistently like sustain on, then the pyramid, then from then on, it's going to be very much easier. Things get easier. It's always the big one that the hardest. The next one, guys, is self-discipline, and I say this from experience because I have I've been trying these past 3 months. I quit my job 3 months ago, and I've been trying to live off of my savings and make money online, and become a digital nomad, own my time. But honestly, I thought it was going to be easy to say, yeah, because I could work 8 hours at an office job. I'd say, yeah, I could easily put that 8 hours on my projects for me. But no, sometimes because it's so easy on your own time to find reasons not to work or not to do something. You don't have a boss. You have to be your own boss. And many times it's just easy to find a reason to procrastinate. You could just say I'll do it tomorrow. So self-discipline is a big one. If you're able to really have self-discipline, and for me, I think there's a formula that makes self-discipline easy. It's a combination of passion. If you like what you're doing, self-discipline becomes easy. Like that's the thing, guys. Right? When we're working on a reliable source of income, it's not gonna be enough if we don't not like the way we're making that money, the work that we're doing. A couple of sources of income that we don't enjoy is okay, but maybe your main one or two or three, you need to enjoy them. That's what I've noticed in the past like week, and I've been working more than I have supposed to. I've blew out of the water the amount of work I've done before. One reason is because I've detached myself from the outcome. I'm trying to enjoy the process more. I'm focused on the process. I haven't put it. I removed the time limit on it. I stopped saying, okay, 2 months I have to make it. I'm gonna try to make it as fast as possible, but without any time on it. And the other reason why I've been working more is, yeah, because I've been working really focused on projects that I really enjoy. That makes it so much easier. You start enjoying doing the work. Sometimes I want to, like, I have to meet a friend later, but I'd rather work. That's crazy, right? So I really think self-discipline becomes easy, but really, like, we really have to be responsible with this one because there's gonna no one be to tell us what to do. So as long as you have good routines, so this we're gonna make a video about this, a way to track our self-discipline, like a punishment system, a accountability system, point points system, reward system. Like, we're gonna look at ways to maintain, make sure we're gonna have the self-discipline because we actually want to be a digital nomad for real. Those are the two main building blocks of our pyramid, guys: reliable source of income and self-discipline. And the cool thing is that we can work on all parts of this pyramid at the same time. We don't have to wait to finish one to the other to do another. Imagine a real pyramid being built. We don't know exactly how they made them, but the first structure is the biggest one, right? The one that takes the most time. And while they're working on they're still working. They have workers on other structures, other foundations of the pyramid. So we're gonna still tackle and make videos and do all of these steps. And once we're gonna get all our pyramid together, then boom, it's gonna be incredible. I'm excited. So row three, if you can see here, multiple money management methods. We're going to see in a video how to be able to receive and manage and store our money in many platforms. We are not relying on one platform. If something happens, if we lose access to a bank account, we can depend on others. How we receive money too, different sources to receive money, transfer money, manage different currencies. So we're going to review and have many options. We're going to review all our options, and that's one thing to be a digital nomad, is that you have to have your finances, no issues with your financing, because digital nomads, they like to travel, depending on your context. But as a traveler, you need to have easy access to your money in case something happens, and you there isn't that your local traditional bank branch that you can go to, and over the phone is complicated. And the next structure is financial tracking. We need to be able to understand the flow of our money. Where are we spending the most money? How can our budget be optimized? Are we spending enough money on us? Are we investing in ourselves? What are our main sources of income? We need to have a flow to really have a good money management systems, like, so there are no holes in our finances. So we will know where our money goes and how to spend it. And better management means better spending. So as a digital nomad, we just need to have a good money management system. It's not that complicated, but we do need to be on top of this, and we'll make a video reviewing a great potential template of a money management system. Another one is that another thing that we have to work on and prepare, if to become a digital nomad, is we need to have the right tools and support and resources for the situations that apply to our context, things that only specifically, like, you want to find the best, where can I go to get the best currency rate, where's the best hotel for digital nomad in the city. you know there are specific things that we information for digital nomads, and I feel there are many tools out there, and we are going to make an how do they call it, like an armory, like inventory or of our tools that we can use in different contexts. Like, some of them are really cool. We'll make a video reviewing different tools for digital nomads. Another one, this is for me very exciting, is strategic location choices. We need to know for sure where we want to go. We need to also know what are our options and the information, the pros and cons of each location option. That way we are sure that where we go, we will not regret it. Or we have the option, if you see here, backup plans. that's kind of related. It's in the next one. You know, if you don't like a city where you are, you already have a plan where you can go, another city that you've judged. So obviously you can't judge it unless you're there, but you know what I mean. You're well prepared, as prepared as you can be, and to make the right decisions and really understand why we want to go to a city and why we don't like a city. So we'll evaluate different locations that are great for digital nomads and see depending like the pros and cons of each location option. Another one is being aware of the nomad lifestyle. Again, um, there are many good things and some things that could be deemed as bad, and we have to be aware. Like maybe you're gonna miss having coworkers, working with people like in that office, and going on lunch together, or like that gossip, or working with your friends and things like that, or that routine that, or you really liked. You really miss something about your job, and but that you won't get with being a nomad. Sometimes maybe being a digital nomad can be lonely because most of us will be working alone or online, virtually. So you have to be aware of that. You have to be aware that you have to be control of your own time. So you need to have the self discipline, and yeah, and I think that we just need to be aware, make a video where we are aware of what it means to be digital nomad, that awareness, to make sure that's all what we want. Another one for this row, the last one, to build this entire structure foundation is the cloud backup of ideas. We're just going to store in more than one location backups of your passport, ID, license, birth certificate, medical information, and any like that kind of information is just backed up. Like your any sensitive information that if you lose it is bad, you will have backups of it. So we will make a video reviewing what kind of information we need to back up. For the next row, the first structure of the next row is passive income or investments. Basically, we do want to kind of like make money in our sleep, or not rely too much on some sources of income, and just make our money work for us. So not everyone has to do this, but we will review ways where we could like store our money to help it grow, in like investments. We'll look at dividends, we'll look at real estate, we'll look at different options that are available, that we could put our money where it there is maybe a risk that we would lose money, but most likely make money. Safe, passive income investments that are very safe. Passive. Another one is that we just need to make sure we have a good health and insurance plan. So this again has to do with strategic location choices. We'll review the health situation for digital nomads that would want to move there, what it is, and we'll review there are specific insurance companies made for digital nomads, or they have plans for people like us. So we'll review what are our options in terms of theft, health, different kind of possible situation, and see how we are safe. We're making a great pyramid, guys. It's going to be like bulletproof. We're making sure we're covering everything. The next one, guys, is going to be trusted professionals. I'm not saying we're going to hire them right now, but we have them ready when we need them, like tax accountants, lawyers, local doctors. We're gonna find a way to, depending on where you go, how are you gonna find them? But this is important, like to have after this. This is after. So after you already kind of know where you're going, it would be easier to make the list of the professionals that you might need. Tax accountant. They're not as expensive as people might think, and at the end of the day, they would save you more money than what you pay to them. So you actually make more anyway. So that's very useful. We need to have lawyers just in case, and just maybe your local doctor, someone that you can go to for things. Backup plans. Backup plans means if something happens, like the backup plan doesn't mean financial. As you can see up here, the next one, emergency fund. We already have a backup. We're gonna have backup for emergency fund. Backup plan means more about the location, really. If you don't like it, or are you able are, are you able to move fast, like you need to be able to know the situation so you don't commit to things unless you're sure. Like, you're not going to do a 1 year contract in a country you've never moved in before. I don't think that's reasonable. Like, if I'm going to a country, I probably do 1 month at least in an Airbnb. Make sure that, yeah, I can commit probably longer time, and then I would get maybe a 1 year apartment. But backup plan, yeah, means that we are ready in case we are not happy with where we are or our situation. That, yeah, for example, you're not happy with the digital nomad lifestyle, you still have a plan that maybe you could apply to a normal job, or go back to your hometown, or go back with your family, your parents. So depending on the situation, we're just gonna make sure that we don't rely on one plan. After, guys, now we are at the last foundation. I know it's kind of oof, maybe overwhelming, maybe, but it's almost done. Like, this is it. This is the pyramid to getting what we want. Strong network. Strong network. Right before we actually become a digital nomad, we're not going to need that network right then, but we are ready. We have the resources to make those connections, and we do have some kind of connections with some either digital nomads or people that are working towards that. You know some, or you find a group online. Before we become digital nomads, we do need to be in contact with some of us. We need to have that kind of network. Entrepreneurs, freelancers, you know, this kind of people. I think that it's very important for us, and it'll be great for motivation and inspiration, and taking us in the right direction, and learning more, getting great advice. So we're gonna build a strong network. Remote gear. This is exciting too. I think we're gonna make a video reviewing like different laptops, phones, waterproof cases, backup batteries, headphones, reviewing the best gear for digital nomads. What I mean is digital nomad people that like to travel, and like they don't commit. Like, a digital nomad isn't really going to rent a 1 year apartment. That's not. You can, of course, but most of us see us as like, yeah, maybe we have a base, but we'll be doing a lot of traveling, and we're not gonna like buy like a new TV maybe, but like, so not a new TV, not a new chair. We're not gonna buy furniture as a digital nomad. Like, we'll probably move in somewhere already ready, because we know our lifestyle how it is. And yeah, so that's why I think remote gear is important, because it's not necessarily traveling, but moving light, having the right gear, especially the laptop, right? I think that we're going to review the right laptops that could be sustainable, handle many workloads, handle many tasks, and have that ready. Guys, the last step before we become a digital nomad is just to have enough money to survive off if you don't make any money for, in my opinion, just to be safe, but it might take longer, is 6 months. Enough money for expenses for 6 months. I think that would be a decent emergency fund, because we will have like passive incomes, and we have. If you are like me, you would probably have more than one source of income, so you might still have some income coming in from other sources. So 6 months might not be necessary, but the aim is going to be between 3 to 6 months of living expenses as the emergency fund. Okay, so wow, that is the digital nomad pyramid. We've built it hypothetically. Now it's about taking action, guys. I'm here. I'm really not expecting. Really, I'm not. It really kind. If anyone watches this, it's cool. But I'm not expecting anyone to watch this. I'm really doing this because I'm really trying to become a digital nomad, and this is a great way for accountability and clarifying the thoughts and making a real plan, a great plan. So if you are watching this, let me know what you think, and your thoughts, or any tips, or what you think. So wow, I'll see you in the next video.